Jackson State University fell to Alabama State during their homecoming last week, and Jackson State fans were disgruntled with what they've been seeing from specifically their quarterback, some of the play calling, and decision making that they're seeing from their Tigers right now. Now they're playing Mississippi Valley State, which should be an easy win, but it's any given Saturday, and Mississippi Valley just put up 40 plus points against UAPB last week. What are you looking out for?
Symone, you might as well. Everything you just said, you said it. You said it really, really well. Throw out the records. Jackson State's 4-3. Mississippi Valley is 1-5. You throw out the records because this game is always tough, even if it ends up being a blowout. Like, it's always tough, especially in like that first half. So I'm really expecting Mississippi Valley to give Jackson State everything that they can handle. This game is in Itabena. I asked Coach in the press conference this week, certain things that he was looking forward to seeing out of his team coming into this game. Obviously, rebounding after a loss. I asked him one of his fondest moments during a game when he played against Mississippi Valley during his playing days. He said there was a game where they got into a brief fight. And I'm not expecting Jackson State and Mississippi Valley to get a fight on the field, but it's one of those matches where it's just always so physical. Like, again, score could be 44-7, but I can almost guarantee you the game itself is going to be physical. And I don't expect anything less in this game, but I think that Mississippi Valley is going to give Jackson State all they can handle in the first half. And I think Jackson State is going to, basically pull away in the second half, particularly in that mid to late third quarter range. And then by fourth quarter, I think they just kind of, ease on the, keep the pedal on the gas, but they're going to have to do it without, obviously, key running back in Irv Mulligan. I mean, he's the face of Jackson State's offense. Saw him at the press conference on Tuesday. He was walking in a crutch. And so, when you think about the other running backs that Jackson State have, they're blessed to have those running backs like a Desmond Moultrie, Ahmad Miller. They have shown us that they can actually, carry the load if need be. And this week they'll need to carry the load because, as you mentioned, there have been some questions surrounding Jason Brown's performance on the field. And like you said, some of the play calling. And so that leads me to think that, let's say if Jason Brown is not having the game that he needs to have, could we potentially see another quarterback for Jackson State? I think it's a possibility. It could be Zy McDonald. I know we've seen in multiple cases where Jacobian Morgan has stepped in some cases in goal line situations for Jackson State. Now, do I think he would be the starting quarterback? I don't think that, but I think if it was another quarterback that was consistent, that was playing consistently in the place of Jason Brown, it would probably be Zy McDonald. But again, that remains to be seen because for now, Jason Brown's the quarterback. But they are definitely going to have to come out strong. As you mentioned, Mississippi Valley, the wins don't show, but they're a very physical team, and they just put up 44 points last week against Arkansas Pine Bluff, so they're hungry to try to get a win. But I think the biggest thing for Jackson State, the really, really big thing for them, is this punting and special team situation. Like, this has been a situation for them for the last several weeks now. Literally, the touchdowns that Alabama State scored, they had great field position. Matter of fact, they started in field position on Jackson State's side of the ball on both of those late game, on those second half touchdowns that they scored. So if you minimize some of that, hopefully, Matt Knoll is pretty healthy coming into this game. I asked Coach last week after the game, was he healthy? He said Matt Knoll was still feeling some soreness and kind of just getting back into the swing of things still. And so punting is still one of those issues, and the field position game has still been one of those issues for Jackson State. So it'll be interesting to see how Matt Knoll comes out and how they put it all together, because I think that if they can put it all together, this would be a big win for Jackson State. And obviously, this is a team that, when you look at it, they have 2 SWAC East losses now. It seems very much improbable or impossible for them to, potentially go after a SWAC title this season, but you just never know what happens. We saw that last week in the SWAC West. It went from some consistency to like straight chaos. So we never know each week how things could change.